So here we are, Retro Hughes Trailhead to Rock Creek Trailhead. Take two. Since we messed it up the first time. So now that we know where the trailhead is, hopefully things go better today. We'll see. And the weather's nicer. I mean, it's cold. It's like the same temperature it was last week, I think. But it's sunny and the sky's blue. So it's going to be a better day. It's already going better. It was not wet here last week. It rained a lot this last week, so this is new. There's a lot more water here this time. So this is where we messed up. This is where we came on last time. That's where we came from. And this is where we're going. This is where we haven't been. Unexplored territory. Oh, this is so pretty. And there's a waterfall down there. Wow, this is probably covered in water sometimes. Little behind the scenes for you, but oh my goodness. Beautiful spot. But the gnats are unreal. Like, they're just, if you're sitting in the sunlight, they're on you. And they're landing on you, and they're not even gnats. I don't know what they are. They're a little bit bigger. But they're just hovering around in the sunlight trying to stay warm, and it's really, really annoying. Wow, this is pretty. So we have to get from here to there.
Yeah,
I know, I don't really want to be like on the edge here, but all of this is going to be slick because of the greenery on it. But I feel like the upper one would be safer. Okay, here goes nothing. And you're probably like, why are you filming this, Amanda? Well, it'll be alright. Oh yeah, that's not too bad at all.
I just walked like
Well, I'm carrying all this stuff, and I'm trying to film, and I did. And I didn't die, yay! So yeah, if it hadn't rained in a while, that probably would not be spilling over the trail as much. It'd probably be just like a little stream. It'd probably be like half of that. But since it just recently rained, like all week, there's a lot of water. And that's not the only thing we'll have to cross. This is different. Wow.
It's like, where's the trail out there? Oh, it goes down.
And then there's the creek down there. That's Rock Creek.
Oh.
This is really cool. There's campsites too. So there's primitive campsites. They said like 3 to 4 tents on the other side of the bridge. So like if you really wanted to take your time, you could, and then like camp there, and then hike the rest of the way through. I think there used to be water here, but there's not anymore. Just based on all the, like the greenery. Gotta go uphill. We just crossed a spot where the trail's washed out a little bit and it's like really steep. Plus it having rained, it was muddy. That was a little bit scary. That was one of the situations where I wish we were going the other direction because it would have been easier. This is really muddy. Oh, I'm good. All is well, we're okay. But now we're just zigzagging down to the creek, I guess. Things are getting difficult here, not gonna lie. The trail was pretty easy up until this point. Now it's getting a little bit challenging, partly just because it's a little bit wet. So parts of it where water's constantly running or where it's constantly shaded and it hasn't fully dried out. That's really pretty.
It's really great for if
It's one of the little silkworms. I thought it was a spider, but it's a silkworm. Hey, look, we're by the creek. In case you couldn't tell by the sound, it's kind of loud. Uh-oh, this doesn't look promising. Oh, was I going across there? Or no? I don't know what happened here. I hope we can go through. I don't want to have to go back. Yeah, I guess it was for this part, but there's a trail marker, so we go up here, I guess. Yeah, trail's getting difficult now. For sure. Oh. Oh boy, you got some big steps here. So I spotted the bridge through the trees here. The big metal bridge. It's wooden too, but it's like metal base. And I guess the trail goes down there to get to it somehow. This is a giant step, by the way. Like, there's my knee. Oh, big step. But it's so pretty up here. So we found the perfect little lunch spot here on the big rock. Here on the big rock that's on the other side of the bridge. You can see the bridge we crossed. And every photo I take, because of how the sun shines, every photo I take, it makes it look like it's going in the dark abyss. It's kind of creepy looking, but kind of cool. While I'm sitting here eating my lunch and drinking my coffee, my watch decides to tell me that I burned 1,000 calories. Something ain't right. Maybe it's saying that I earned 1,000 calories. That would be more accurate. Just want to say thank you to everybody who built this bridge, because I cannot imagine having to cross this creek without it. I think that's the point where we would turn around and go back, because further up trail, bridges are out. I'm glad this one is here to stay. Like, it's way better built than the other ones. You could like climb up there and hide out in there. It doesn't go super far back, I don't think. But there's a shelf up there, so that's pretty cool. So weird. Oh, I see it. We're close to the waterfall. And it's gonna be a big one compared to last time because of all the rain. I mean, listen to it. Actually, it's not as big as I thought it would be. Disappointed. Oh no, it is bigger than last time. We're about the same. I think it's a little bit bigger. So here we are yet again. So the water's definitely higher than it was last time, because we came from the other direction last time and we crossed this and it wasn't this full, I don't think. We'll compare it to the last video. If I can find a clip of the last one, I'll insert it here. Goodbye, pretty waterfall. Hello, death. Oh my goodness.
What?
Ah! Ah! Me trying not to drown my shoes, and I did anyways. Well, we're really testing the waterproof today. That's what I'm not good at. I'm not good at like finding the shallow part or like the part where my foot's not gonna get completely drenched. Yeah. So you see where the bridge used to be. Yeah, so we'll go around and like right there where that boulder is, and then around the rock pile. Yeah, so my thought is the way they built the bridge was very poor anyways.
Yeah, like they just stacked it on rock.
Yes, so you'll see it on the next bridge. The next bridge is very scary because it's going to be the next one to go. But see, they also used old trees, and I think the trees just kind of rotted over time because of the water. But then also the rock pile probably gave way. It looks like that's what gave way anyways, is that end. So it was probably the rock's fault that it really gave way, and then the wood rotted over time. But wow, the water is really flowing today. It's look different this time around. I think this is where the really rickety bridge was, and it went out. Yep, the bridge finally went out. That's just amazing that we went across it.
Like
you can tell this is new.
Because I came here right after I think y'all had came here.
Oh my
I wanted to
goodness!
find that waterfall. And
I cannot believe we crossed that bridge like, what, 2 months ago? And it looks like this. Like, we were scared going across it, like, don't break on us, don't break on us. And look at it.
yeah, I don't even know.
It broke. It broke on, and that's when I wonder, I hope it didn't break on somebody. But they've got like, see that rock pile right there was in the center. That was the center hold. And see how rotten the wood is up there?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the way it was. Like, it was just a matter of time before it broke. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was not fun. This was the one that I was glad there was a bridge here, but I didn't like the looks of it, and now it's gone. I don't know about this, guys. Look at this bridge. It's held up by a pile of rocks that are like sort of held together by like fencing. I don't... Well, here goes nothing. Oh my goodness. This is terrifying. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, that is scary. Here's the part where we connect back to the loop. So up there's the sign. We're going to take lower loop that way. Upper part of the loop goes that way. Also to Leggett Point. But now we got to cross this. And since it rained, the water's high. Oh, I'm just going to step in the water up there. Or actually, I might make it across. I doubted myself for a second, so I failed. So, notice there used to be blue there underneath. You can kind of see it, and now it's white.
So that's
And this way is blue. The trailblaze right there is blue. So yeah, up to Leggett Point is considered the Cumberland Trail. The water is so much higher than it was last time too. That's where we ate lunch last time. Well, now we know. If you get the cheap Chinese watch, you can't go more than 6 hours because that's all it can track. It stops tracking after 6 hours. Good to know. Good to know. Today has gone a lot better than it did last week. But I am learning some things like my camera card is full. My battery's about to die right now on this thing. So if I'm going to do long hikes like this and share it with you guys, I have to be a little more prepared. We made it back to this side. So we done, I don't even know, how many miles have we done?
8.17.
It is just over an 8-mile hike from Retro Hughes to Rock Creek Trailhead. So now we know, because couldn't really tell online. Mileages were different everywhere I looked, so, which is really odd because it says on the map 8.8 miles from Retro Hughes to Leggett, which is like a lot shorter than what we just hiked. Something ain't adding up. I don't know where they get their mileage from, but I think it's safe to say it's only an 8-mile hike, or just over. So, not too bad. But I'm tired. So now, we have to ride up back to my car. And then we can go home. Yay! But it's nice to know we survived. Despite out bridges and everything. And we didn't get lost any. We did get hung up at one spot that we had been at last time, but it just looked different because of the rain had flooded the trail. So we're like, are we on the trail or are we in a creek? But we were on the trail, so all is well. So made it back into my car, made it down the mountain. Now we gotta finish going home. While we were in Desiree's car, on the way back to my car, a dog like practically almost committed suicide. I don't know, he was standing on the side of the road. He saw her coming, was eyeballing her, and as soon as her car came up, he started running towards it. She had to slam on the brakes. She didn't hit him. When we looked back, the dog was gone. I guess he just ran back. I don't know what happened with that, but it was terrifying. But everything's good, okay. Nobody's hurt, I don't think. So, yeah, that was just weird. And then, yeah, that's about it. That's the most terrifying thing that happened today. So, not quite as entertaining as last week's adventure, but at the same time, kind of like it that way. I'm glad we were able to do what we meant to do this time around. So overall, this hike was like the same kind of challenging as it was last time. I could see why it would not be a great summer hike, especially the Retro Hughes Trailhead and because it gets pretty overgrown because it's not a heavily traveled trail. So I wouldn't advise doing this in the summer because there will be a lot of ticks and it's just not the best hike for summertime. But other than that, pretty good hike. If it's recently rained, definitely be prepared for wet creek crossings because we had a lot of those. So like you're gonna get your shoes wet. So it's good to have waterproof boots if you can. And that's about it. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I will see y'all next week.